Hi guys, welcome to Let's Go Fishing. We are fishing Koster Dam today, and not too long ago we fished Koster Dam, but it was a winter session. This is a proper late spring session, and in my hand today a brand new Signature Series product that I'm going to fish today for the first time on camera. I've done some extensive fishing with it while testing it, and I must say this is an awesome product. It's called a stick bait. Now, what is a stick bait? A stick bait, it's a little stick, but a floaty, like a oozing float, but it comes in a stick form. Now, people ask me, why did you put it in a stick form? And that's basically it. So we put it in a stick form, especially for the people that want to use smaller floats, bigger floats. You can just snip this off, just press it on the side of the little container it comes in, and there you've got a little stick bait like that. Or you can even make it a bit smaller, especially when fishing for muddies in the Vaal Dam. There you've got a really tiny bait now. For guys fishing competition and tournaments, it's an awesome product to fish with, and it's something that is here to stay. What you can also do with it, if you don't want to use it in its current form, you can just mold it with your fingers. Some of the flavors are a bit harder than the others. Just dab it into a bit of water and work it with your fingers, and now you've got a little floating dough that you can either use behind a worm or a millipip, or even behind a floaty to get some extra buoyancy. It's something that really works well. We're going to fish it today here at Koster Dam. It's 4 main flavors: garlic, honey, raptor, and of course Kiana, the pink one. I'm fishing the honey and the raptor today, and we're going to put it through its paces and see if we can catch a couple of nice fish here at Koster Dam. Koster Dam is one of those places just between Koster and Rustenburg. It is an awesome venue, very safe, nice ablution facilities, some of the best ablution facilities in the northwest are venues that I know of, and it's a place where I spend a lot of my free time. There's carp in the dam, there's bass, there's yellowfish, there's some nice blue kerper. They're not easy to catch, but if you know what you're doing, you can catch them. Time for me to get the rods in. Let's go fishing. My right hand rod is ready to go out. On the bottom hook I've got that honey stick bait, just a little piece of it. It's basically the DKW flavor that we put into that, and behind that I just put a almond bullet, just a small piece of almond bullet, half a bullet behind it. It's just to pin it to the bottom. Sometimes they do prefer the bottom baits here in Koster. And then on the top hook, just a piece of the honey stick bait, basically a small floaty size that I just hooked onto it. I'm not putting anything behind that, so I've got 2 options here for the fish. If they pick up the bottom hook, I'll throw it out exactly the same. If they do it again, I'll back up the stick bait with the top hook with the almond bullet behind it. Then on the bottom I've got Delaray, which is a white garlic. Koster is one of those places that really likes the garlic. And then the brown on the back side is green cod. Almond is always a winner in Koster. I used to say when you fish Koster, the only dip you need is almond supreme, almond supreme, almond supreme. Nowadays we've been fishing the green cod, which is a very strong almond and strong flora flavor, so they do like the flora almond as well. I'm going to get this rod at about 100-105 meters, not too far. You can really fish any distance, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to line clip it there and keep it there the whole day. The other rod I'll play around, but this rod will be the business rod at the end of the day. Let's get it out. I'm going to bait up my right hand rod, and I'm not going to use some of the stick baits for now on this rod. I want to use the SWG float. Now SWG stands for sweet white garlic. Most people know it as a vampire float. The difference between this and a vampire float, this is very sweet and very strong. So uniquely flavored, uniquely softened. They don't come off easily, and they catch a lot of fish everywhere in the country. If you're looking for a proper garlic float, this is your float. I'm just going to put the 2 floats like that, and one I'm going to back up with the almond bullet. Garlic and almond always goes together very well, the almond bullet. So I'm just going to take one out, use half a bullet, just do that. I always like to back up the bottom hook, and when I get a fish on it, I'll change to the top one, and if it picks up the one that's backed up again, I'll change both hooks to that. A little piece of the bullet that remains I'm going to put on my shaft line just like that, to prevent the top hook from sliding up too far while it's sinking down. There's my 2 hook baits. A very good flavor for Koster dam, and most dams in the northwest is Bloom of 21. It's one of our new flavors, basically a Raptor Jinx combination that we did. So it's 2 of our existing dips that we mixed into 1 bottle. We always fish them out of 2 bottles on top of each other, so I decided we're gonna just put it in 1 bottle, and then we combine that with Julia's. So Julia's is a very, very strong table struck dip. We catch a lot of fish with this everywhere we go, and it's making a mess on my hands. There we go, just like that. This rod is going into the middle of that eucalyptus bush in the back. There's a brown tree sticking out in the middle, so that's the direction. 120 meters more or less. Right on target. Here we go, here we go, here we go. That's a lazy old Koster dam around. Boom chakalaka, first fish on. The first rod that went is the left hand rod, and on this rod I had that Julius, and I combined it with that Bloom of 21. And that's a combination that's still gonna catch us a lot of fish all over the country. On the bottom hook I had that sweet white garlic float. People often ask me, why don't you have a vampire float on the shelf? So vampire is a name that actually belongs to somebody else, and but we have to have a garlic float, and we just call it SWG, sweet white garlic. So remember that next time you're looking for a proper garlic float. We also have a pink garlic float that we catch a lot of fish with, especially in dams with dirty water. The pink just stands out, and it's just vibrant. Even in dams with clean water, it really works well. Here's our first fish for the show. Long skinny male carp, typical Koster carp. It was in the water for about 20 minutes. Took on that Bloom of 21 and the Julius. I'm going to bait up exactly the same, get it out to more or less the same distance, and maybe put a bit more flavor, because the wind just picked up a bit. So let's get it out and see what we catch. My left hand rod is ready to go back out there. I put a bit more muti on, like I said, because the wind just picked up. Remember that next time when you're fishing, as the wind picks up and the conditions change a bit to a bit more lively water, then just put more muti. On the bomb I've got Julius, which is the nice dark color, and then the Bloom of 21 is the light yellow color, and then on the top hook here I've got that little stick bait, just a bit bigger this time, and on the bottom hook SWG float with that almond bullet to back it up, and then on my shaft line here, small little piece of almond bullet, and that's just to prevent this from moving too far away from the mealy bomb as it goes down. And when you cast, the wind also pushes that back, so it can only go that distance away from the bomb. Since I've been doing that, I've been catching a lot more fish on the top hook. If you haven't tried it when you go fishing again. It really works well. Let's get this out there and see if we can catch another big one. There's a fish on this line. Let's see. Gave a bit of a run and then came back. This is the rod with the 2 stick baits, those honey stick baits. One with backed up with a small piece of bullet, and the other one just hanging free. And I had Delaray on this, which is a nice strong caramel garlic on the mealy bomb as the main flavor. I think I just picked up my other line, which is never good. Yes, it feels like a nice fish. Let's just try and get it away from the other line. There's a proper mess now with my other line. Whenever this happens, just go in. Don't put any strain on the lines, because they can easily cut. Once you netted the fish, then you sort out the mess. There we go. There's the result of our Delaray green cod rod with those 2 sticky baits or stick baits. Not a big fish, but a lekker one. And I'm going to do exactly the same. Get it out there and see if I can catch another one. Maybe try and go a bit further. It looks like the fish are a bit further. There is some inclement weather in the air, and whenever that happens at Koster, they tend to go a bit further. There is some small fish up shallow, but we don't want to catch them. We're fishing for bigger fish in this program. Let me get this one back and then we will catch another one. And that is the reason why we do it over the water. Fish care is very, very important for us. If that fish now fell on the ground, you guys know what would have happened. They'll swim away after you put them back, but it will most probably die, because the swim bladder will go. But when it falls in the water like that, no harm done. Let's get another one. Same mooties on the right hand rod, Delaray. Nice thick caramel garlic dip. And I must say, this dip is growing on me big time. And on the other side of the bomb, a bit of green cod, that strong floral almond, and I'm going to create a bit of a mess here. There we go. The hook baits, exactly the same. Top hook, just a small little stick bait, just a small piece. Bottom hook, I made it a bit bigger, backed it up with that almond bullet. Playing around with it, still finding my feet with it, so let's get it out and see what we catch with it. Go! I have another fish on here on this new stick bait, on the honey one. It is one of those things that once you start using them, it's gonna grow on you, and it's growing on me very quickly now. I must say, what I like about the stick baits is when you fish for different species, you can manipulate the bait to suit the species. Like for instance, if you fish for muddies, you can make it really, really small. And if you fish for bigger carp, you can make it a bit bigger. On On this rod I made it a bit bigger, pushed them back into the mealie bomb, and I think this rod was in the water for now about 25 minutes now. And what impresses me is sometimes when you take the rod out after say 30 minutes, the stick bait is still on there. Sometimes when you fish it on both hooks, you'll catch a fish on the one hook and the other hook, the bait is still on there, and that impresses me. That means you can leave it for longer, and I've got the confidence that when I leave it, I know there's always a chance of a fish picking it up. In the background we are going to have a little mini braai. We've got some game sausage, some blue wildebeestwors that we're gonna put on and braai. What would a rainy day be at Koster Dam without a proper braai? I must say I am looking forward to that. There's another stickbait fish. The rod wasn't in the water for too long, and this again on the Delaray rod as the main combo of flavor. I must say it is a bit slow today. Normally we catch them every 15 minutes. Now it's every half an hour, and with that, people often ask, what do you do when it's inclement weather? What do you do when it's raining? Fish exactly the same baits. Sometimes it just takes a bit longer, but you're still gonna catch them. Just have confidence in your bait, throw it out, maybe fish a bit deeper, fish a bit shallower, you will catch them. I'm going to put this one back, get my rod ready, and catch another one. My right hand rod with the stick bait is ready to go back out. On the bottom hook, just that little honey stick bait with the almond bullet as a backing. The top hook exactly the same, just the honey stick bait. This time I'm letting them hang loose. I'm playing around to see if I can get a quicker bite and maybe a bigger fish. The previous throw I had them pushed back into the mealie bomb. That worked, but I'm just trying different things. So whenever you want to get quicker bites, play around with doing that. On the bomb, the white on top, that is the Delaray, and then that is our green cod, that like a strong Flora almond. I'm going to put it back out on that 105 odd meters. I didn't clip in this morning, and see maybe we can get a bigger one. Oh, we've got another bite on here. The later it gets in the day, the quicker the bites start coming. I've been fishing on two spots, one at around about 105 meters and the other one at around about 120 meters, and the bites keep on coming quicker and quicker and quicker now. Boom, chakalaka. And what is nice today is about 10 minutes after the first rod went, the second one went, and it just continues. Every half an hour we get a bite, and every rod keeps on producing. Ooh, another nice fish. Not big, but really lucky to catch them. There's another fish on the Julius and the Bloom of 21. Nice skinny fish, but solid. Let's get him back. I'm busy baiting up my left-hand rod, hopefully for the last time to get out of this rain. Like I said earlier, I like to put the Julius onto the bomb and leave it a bit. It does penetrate, but it also dries on a bit. It's formulated in such a way that it sticks to the bomb, and especially when there's a bit of a wind, and if it's not moist air like we have now, it dries on and it forms a skin, almost like the paint that we use. A lot of similarities in the two, you know, when it comes to the structure of the bait. Bloom of 21, like I said, one of our new things. When you got the Julius on like that, don't put the bloom off on top of it. Just put it on the side. And what I like about this, I don't even need a pump to paint the ball with it. There we go. Lovely flavor, awesome color, and this catches a lot of fish. Let's get it out. Oh, I've got a tight line. Whiny, whiny, whiny. Ooh, where are you? Whiny, 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 whiny. Ooh. Oh, it's raining. This is the advantage if you've got a gazebo. So everything's happening. The rain's coming down. The wors is braaiing. And I've got a... Carl, pull back your tongue. And I've got a fish on the line. A lot of people don't want to fish when it's raining. We don't have a choice, it's our job. And like I said earlier, doesn't matter if it rains, if it shines, 90% of the time the bait will remain the same. If you come to Koster, we're going to end this program with some combinations that if you come here you can use some of those combos. Make sure you get the stuff when you come to Koster. Use it as it is on the screen and you will have success. Just play with your distances, play with the bait presentations until you find that sweet spot, and then you're going to catch a lot of fish. It's an awesome venue with strict rules, so when you come here adhere to the rules, otherwise they're going to ask you to go. But other than that, there my other rod goes as well. Oh, lovely, lovely. Now it's really raining. When it rains, it pours. Whenever you get two fish on, same time double up, make sure you get the first fish that you did the most with. Make sure you get that fish out before you attend to the other rod. I don't even know if that fish is on anymore, so what's the use of hurrying up on this one, lose it as well and lose the other one. Make sure you at least get the first one out, and then there's always a chance of getting the second one out. This feels like a nice fish. It feels like I'm dragging something with it. I'm going to go in, shorten the distance between us, and see if I can get it in the net right away. Fishy, fishy, fishy. This is the biggest fish for the day. Waka, waka, waka. Look at that. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. When something new drops on our Let's Go Fishing YouTube channel, you will get the notification, you will be notified, and you can have the info first. We don't only fish, we try to teach you guys something new with every episode. And if there is something that you want to see, go onto our Facebook page, tell us what you want to see, and you can fish like us. This is a very nice fish. Not going to spend too much time with it. I want to see if I can get the other one, and then it's time to go home. Let's get it back. Thank you. Nope. Okay, boy. It's got a mind of its own. Let's get the other one. windy. What's happening? Here we go. There we go. And this is our last fish for this episode of Let's Go Fishing. Guys, remember to tell all your friends about our show, about our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Hit that notification bell. When you come to Koster, do what we did. You will catch a lot of fish. Make sure you get the baits. Make sure you return the fish. Oh, I've got a lovely mirror carp on here. And make sure when you come to Koster, you are ready to catch some different species. There's carp, bass, grouper, and some yellows. This is a nice fish. What a privilege, even on a rainy day. If you have quality bait, you're gonna catch a lot of fish. Oh, look. Let's get him back. Thanks for watching the show. Please tell all your friends about our show. Tell them about our channel. And remember to hit that notification bell. Let's get packing. Let's go home.